Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. I'm the manager of the AFC Wimbley Womblys, a club owned by their fans, loved by their fans. And today we are taking on Scunthorpe Utd, the mighty Scunthorpians. They've got some good players. They've got see how he runs back there in the back. But we also have some great players. We've got Seb Brown in goal. We've got Buckminster Fuller, inventor, the creator of the Buckyball out there in the right back position. We've got Frampton comes alive, anchoring our defense while Lizzie Bennett is recovering from an injury. And up front, of course, we have teammates in life and in love, John Green and John Green. So one of the things about the Wimbly Womblys that I didn't know. I mean, look, I'm still learning about the club. Like, there's so many players, and it's all coming together slowly for me. But one of the things that I didn't know until a supporter pointed it out to me is that some more and less more. I don't know if you even know this, Meredith. They were conjoined twins, and now they are singletons. Do you know the word singleton? That it refers to anybody who's not a conjoined twin? Did you learn that from my book, An Abundance of Catherines? Is it your favorite John Green book? No, it's not. You like the math parts? That's consistent with everything I know about you. Yeah, some more and less more were originally conjoined twins, and now they're siblings. And I bring this up because, well, I mean, conjoined twins are also siblings. But I bring this up because it's one of my areas of interest, obviously, conjoined twins, but also because it helps me come to the topic of the day, which is sibling rivalry. It's an interesting thing because some more and less more are they both play in the center of midfield. They both came up through the AFC Wimbledon youth organization. They're the two first players ever to sign for AFC. They were separated in infancy, by the way. It's not like they were conjoined twins when they were teenagers or something. It's not. It's not that common, obviously. Oh! It has to be, and it is. Ball, John Green. John Green. He gives it all for the team. Upon his mustache wear keen, bald John Green, John Green. Thank you, bald John Green, for that heroic and beautiful finish, but more importantly, thank you, other John Green, who too often labors in the shadows because bald John Green is so tall, so mustachioed. It's easy to forget about other John Green with his beautiful ginger mop of hair, but they are both, you can't have one without the other. They are truly a team in the deepest sense of the word, and it is so moving to me to see them work together. Just two men who love each other and love their club. So anyway, some more and less more. It's relatively common that the nature of the conjoindedness is like what you saw in Chang and Ang, the most famous conjoined twins in history, the twins that gave the term Siamese twins its origin. They were twins from Thailand who ended up coming to the United States and have been the subject of several novels, including the excellent One of Us by Mark Slauka and Chang and Ang by Darren Strauss. Both really good books. Both exploring sort of what is the definition of individuality, in American history. In particular, these two guys who came to the United States as immigrants and, and explored that idea of individual freedom in a way that was unique because of their conjoindedness. Anyway, the most interesting thing to me about Chang and Ang is that even in the 19th century, it would have been relatively easy probably to separate them. So that they could have become singletons, and they chose not to for a variety of reasons. Some of them economic, their careers, at least until they became plantation owners who held slaves in North Carolina. Their careers that allowed them to purchase those plantations were built around being conjoined twins, but also for other personal reasons. And that's really interesting. So anyway, that's very similar to the kind of conjoindedness that we saw in Some More and Less More, apparently, when they were infants. So all you see now is a scar just above their hips where they shared about 2 inches of skin and a little bit of bone in the hip and I think like one of their ribs. So it was a relatively easy procedure. It was done when they were infants. Of course, this is now quite controversial, but that's a video for a different day. Today we're talking about sibling rivalry. And the reason I find Some More and Less More so interesting is that they are you know, like they were born at the same time. They are both talented. They both came up through the AFC Wimbledon. You know, they've played together their entire lives coming up through the AFC Wimbledon Youth Academy. And yet, they are not, it must be said, equal talents. You know, some more is just better than less more. He's better finisher. He's a better passer. He has better vision. He's a better distributor of the ball. And less more you know, doesn't start as often as some more does. And he works very, very hard on the training ground. I've been extremely impressed with him. I think he's a great. That was a foul. That was a foul. Scunthorpe's. Frickin' Scunthorpe's. I didn't like that. I didn't like that one bit. And when I get angry, I sometimes go for unnecessary slide tackles. Watch out. I'm going to... oh, there will be revenge. There will be revenge. There it was. Oh, no, that was offside. I just attempted 72 slide tackles. I failed. Oh, God, that was a terrible pass. But there will be... nope. Come on. So, it's just interesting to me because they're fine. Nope, still no. Oh, I'm going to get a... that's a foul? It wasn't a late tackle. No, disagree. I think we all know that Kennedy got that yellow card for his haircut. Oh, my Lord. That wasn't even late. God, he's so ugly. I mean, he's a beautiful man. I love him. Whoa, that guy's not handsome. Kennedy's a beautiful man, but they've given him a terrible haircut in this game. It's unfair to him as a person. Anyway, I've been talking to him a lot about his haircut, and he's just completely inflexible. It's infuriating. Yeah. So what do you do? You know, when like you've got these guys, they're twins. I mean, they share so much genetic material, but they you know, they just aren't as good as, you know, like one is better than the other. And the interesting answer to me is that less more responds to this not by being frustrated or by having a ton of sibling rivalry, but by working incredibly hard and by knowing that life isn't all about football and there are other things that he does quite well. For instance, Les Moore has been doing some of the commentary, some of the radio commentary in games where he isn't even on the bench if he's on the reserves, because that's like what he wants to do for a career after. Get it! Oh, was I offside for real? That's what he wants to do for a career after. See, we're just not quite on the same page, husband and husband, after his football career is over. And I think that's awesome. I think it's like, I find that so like he's, you know, the thing about a sibling rivalry is that a lot of times I think it's built around this idea that, well, I'm jealous of this person because of X or Y or Z, and then they're jealous of me because of A and B and C. So I found that in my relationship with Hank, especially when we were younger. Like, Hank was always jealous of my sort of the ease with which school stuff came to me, and then I was always jealous of the fact that he actually, like, did his work and was able to, like, actually get things done, instead of like me, who just was constantly slacking off and having really bad emotional problems that made it difficult for me to like do anything, and kind of embarrassing my parents and everything. And I always admired Hank because he was okay with, or at least seemed to me that he was okay with being a nerd. What? I'm going to get a yellow card again for being so good? Okay, thank you. That's fine. You can tell me to stop slide tackling. But you remember when Scunthorpe crushed my player and your response referee was to do nothing? That guy didn't even fall over. I nearly got a yellow card for not knocking someone over? Come on. Ball John Green is mad. You can just see it in his face. So it looks like we might only beat Scunthorpe. We're in the 1-0 seems to be the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys score of late. Remember when we used to win all of our games by 7? Those were the days. Yeah, I think a lot of our rivalry was that you know, like, we just had very different talents, and then when I finally accepted that, I saw it as an opportunity, you know, an opportunity to collaborate with my brother and like celebrate the things, find ways to celebrate the things that he was really good at. Like, there are still moments where I wish that I had some of Hank's talents, and I don't know if that's true for him, but it might be. But like, there are definitely moments where I wish that I could sing. I wish that I could like be on stage and be a rock star the way Hank is. Like, he's just so comfortable and happy on stage. Oh, God, you guys are better at passing than that. He's so comfortable and happy on stage, and he makes people so happy when he's performing, and like he just has a great time. He's just got great energy as a performer, and he's also a really good songwriter, and that's something else I've always wanted to be able to do. And he can play the guitar and like all that stuff. Like I would love to be able to do that stuff. But I also see my life and my career as he's big, he's tough, he has a brilliant puff. Other John Green, and then do you see how his husband just ran to him and put his head into his chest and said, "I love you." That's one of the most beautiful moments. I mean, it's just a great pass. Finally, we put together a beautiful pass, and in the 88th minute, both John Greens have now scored. It's a great day for AFC Wimbledon. Oh, happy days in Wimbledon are here again, my friends. What? That's not a foul. Oh, anyway. Yeah, but there's no one who enjoys going to a Hank concert more than me, and I think that to me is where like hopefully as we've gotten older, like we've learned to kind of take those feelings of rivalry and turn them into an opportunity to celebrate the stuff that we love and admire about each other. So that's basically how I feel about sibling rivalry. It's real, but inside of it is an opportunity to be proud of someone. And I will say this about both Samore and Les Moore: they are extremely, extremely proud of each other and very, very generous to each other. Uh-oh! Seb Brown did not make the save. We give up a lot of 90th minute goals, Meredith. Do you think that should be a concern long term for the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys, or do you think we're okay? I'm beginning to worry that it may be something of a long-term problem, and that we may come to regret it. Remember that 120th minute FA Cup goal we gave up? That was a bruiser. We won, which is the most important thing, but it's the glimpse of maybe we need to work on our hustle, maybe we need to work on our finishing, our commitment to getting it done as a club. But the important thing is that we got it done today, and there they are, two men who love each other very much, shaking hands. If only bald John Green could have a mustache in this game without also having a soul patch. But life is hard and full of disappointment. Thank you for watching. Best wishes.